Good day, everyone. Today, we will explore an important Earth science topic, climate, its characteristics, and classification. This lesson will help us understand not just what climate is, but why different places on Earth experience different climate conditions. Before we begin, let's first clarify what climate really means. To understand climate, we must first distinguish it from something we experience every day, the weather. Climate refers to the long-term pattern of weather in a place, usually observed over 30 years or more. Unlike weather, which can change daily, climate describes the average conditions such as temperature, rainfall, humidity, and wind patterns over a long period. Let's now examine each of these features scientists use to describe climate. Climate characteristics are the long-term average conditions of the atmosphere in a particular place. These characteristics help us describe what the climate of an area is truly like, not just for a day or a week, but for many years. Let's begin with the first and the most familiar characteristics, temperature. Temperature refers to how hot or cold a place is on average. It includes the average, highest, and lowest temperatures, and it affects evaporation, vegetation, and animal life. For example, the Philippines generally experiences high temperatures throughout the year. However, temperature alone does not describe climate. Another major factor is how much water an area receives. Precipitation refers to the amount of rainfall, snowfall, sleet, or hail a place receives. It determines water availability and influences the type of vegetation that can grow in an area. Regions with heavy rainfall support forests, while areas with little rainfall may become deserts. Besides rainfall, the amount of moisture in the air also plays an important role in climate. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. High humidity makes the air feel warmer and promotes rainfall. Because the Philippines is surrounded by seas, it experiences high humidity most of the year. Now, let's look at how air movement affects climate patterns. Wind patterns refers to the direction and strength of prevailing winds. These winds affect temperature and rainfall distribution. In the Philippines, monsoon winds, hanging habagat, and hanging amihan strongly influence our wet and dry seasons. Now that we have presented the characteristics of climate, the next question is, why do we classify climates? Climate is classified to help us organize complex climate data, to relate climate to vegetation and ecosystems, and to predict agricultural and environmental conditions. To do this effectively, scientists use specific bases for classification. Climate is mainly classified using average temperature, average precipitation, and seasonal patterns. This long-term data allows scientists to group regions with similar climate conditions. One widely used system that applies this basis is the Köppen climate classification system. Tropical climates are characterized by hot temperatures all year and heavy rainfall. They are commonly found near the equator. An example is the tropical rainforest climate. However, not all regions receive abundant rainfall. Some are much drier, just like dry climates. They receive very little rainfall and have high evaporation rates. These include deserts and semi-arid regions where vegetation is limited. Moving away from dry regions, we encounter climates with more moderate conditions. Temperate climates experience moderate temperatures, distinct seasons, and mild winters. These climates are commonly found in mid-latitude regions. However, some areas are experiencing even greater temperature differences throughout the year, like the continental climates are marked by large temperature differences between summer and winter. They experience warm summers and very cold winters. At the end or at the extreme ends of the earth, we will find the coldest climates of all. Polar climates are extremely cold and receive very little precipitation. These regions are found near the Earth's poles and support very limited life. Understanding these classifications from tropical to dry, temperate, continental, and polar help us see their real-world importance. Climate classification helps explain why certain plants and animals live in specific areas, supports climate research and environmental planning, and helps countries prepare for climate-related hazards. To check our understanding, let's reflect on what we've learned. Today, we learned that climate describes long-term weather patterns identified through characteristics like temperature, precipitation, humidity, and wind. We also explored how climates are classified using the Köppen system. These concepts help us better understand Earth's environments and the challenges we face. In our next slides, we will apply these concepts to answer questions related to climate. You can pause the video for you to carefully think of your answers. The correct answer is letter B. Tropical climates are identified by hot temperatures all year and heavy rainfall, which differentiates them from temperate climates that have moderate temperatures and distinct seasons. The correct answer is letter C. Precipitation determines water availability and vegetation type, with heavy rainfall supporting forests and little rainfall leading to desert conditions. The correct answer is letter B. The Philippines experiences high humidity due to surrounding seas, which promotes rainfall and affects overall climate characteristics. And the last item, the answer is letter B. Climate is defined as a long-term pattern of weather observed over 30 years or more, making seasonal trends more relevant than daily variations.